Round of applause for Mr. Mark McNally.
Oh yeah, what's up you fucking rockets? How we doing tonight? That beeping noise is my camera dying up by the sound booth, so we're kicking ass so far tonight, guys. It's fucking going really good. Rejection. I decided to tell a way back story as far as rejection goes. I'm going to tell a story about when I got rejected for the first time in 5th grade, guys. And what you need to know about me when I was in 5th grade was I had just come from 4th grade from Catholic school. I went Catholic school to public school, and when I was in Catholic school, I was a fucking nerd. I chased birds around during recess. I had no friends. I talked about Power Rangers incessantly, and yeah, I was not cool at all. So going to public school, I was like, all right, time to change the game. Let's do this. I'm going to be the cool guy. And I instituted a 2-step plan. Step 1, no fear hat. Step 2, no fear shirt. It was 1994, guys. Get on board. This is fucking crushing it right now. And so I walk into Mr. Bodwin's grade 5 class in public school, and all of a sudden, like, the plan starts working. A guy sees me as I'm walking in, he goes, "No fear guy, you're cool, come sit with me." Like, literally, off the hop, he calls me cool. Like, sets the precedent, you know what I'm saying? And I did the thing that I thought was the coolest. I shoved him off and went, huh, no. And went and sat with, like, the girl that I thought was hottest. And that guy just, like, I looked over at him again and he's still bigging me up. He's still going, yeah, no fear. And that guy's name is Dan Gray. But I have always called him Danny G in The Place to Be. That's the only thing I've ever called that guy, because he's a fucking legend, guys. He, like, I don't know, man, he had a thyroid problem, so he's super skinny. Like, he was just fucking a rake. He could hula hoop with a Cheerio. Like, that's how fucking small he was. But, and we found out in high school that he had a huge fucking wiener, though. That was the weirdest thing. The guy was like a tripod, literally. Like, he just had a fucking, he had a wrench on him. And he would break it out all the time in high school. Like, one of the funniest things I've ever seen was he climbed out onto a basketball hoop, because, like, white man can't jump, and he climbed out onto it and was pretending like he was dunking, and then somebody came up and pantsed him, and he had no underwear on, and he just had, like, dong flapping, and so he kind of gave himself a bit of a chin-up, and then he snapped it against his own belly. And the entire class and Mrs. Bishop saw him do, like, a Thanos snap to his belly, man. It was crazy. Half the school died instantly. It was fucked up. But, so he was a cool dude. And that same day when I got there in grade 5, there was another girl that had just got there. She was the new girl. And you know how, like, politics on the schoolyard go? Like, we were both the new people, so we should date each other kind of thing. Like, that's the shit that I got from everyone. And so her name was Rachel, and she was from Montreal, and she loved Brian from the Backstreet Boys. That's all I really knew about her. And so one day there's a group of us at her house, and I'm like, I have to ask her out. I have to ask her out. And I'm like scared about it, so I like said to Danny G, I'm like, yo bro, I want to ask this girl, but I don't know what to do. He goes, you're a fucking legend! Like, just pumping my tires so hard. Danny G all over it. You're a fucking legend, bro! Just fucking ask her! So I get along with her, and I've got some energy because Danny G's pumping me up, and I'm like, do you want to, and I don't even know what I ask, because what do you ask? How do you ask for a date in grade 5? What did I say? Do you want to hang out alone sometime in a forest? Do you want me to get my mom to drive us to go see a G-rated movie? Like, I don't even know what to do here, but I asked her, and she said, sorry, no, I still have a boyfriend in Montreal, and, like, I was crushed. And I was like, okay. And then I looked over at her wall, and Brian from the Backstreet Boys was sitting right there looking at me on a poster. And I was like, fuck you, dude. She will be mine. And I left her house. Like, I just instantly left her house after that, because I was so upset. And Danny G's out fucking on the porch as I'm riding away. He goes, you're still the man. Just always pumping my tires, that guy. It's fucking awesome. And then cut to, like, grade 8. And we're standing out front of Steph's house. It's me, her, and Danny G. We're sitting on the green box eating Freezies, as you do in grade 8. Just good, wholesome times. And honestly, we're talking. Danny is like trying to convince us that even though it's his thyroid problem, he has a six-pack abs. Like, he's trying to convince us that he has a six-pack. I'm like, dude, you can't gain fat. It's not muscle. You just like you can see your skeleton too. It's not a six-pack. I go, look, dude, this is more of a six-pack than what you have. And Steph saw that and she goes, oh my God, the Molson muscle. And I laughed at that, and so did Dan, and so did Steph. We all had a great time. But the girl I really liked just insulted me. And so I was happy, because I was laughing with everyone, but inside I was fucking crushed. And like, nobody talks about nuance, nobody talks about mixed emotions. That was the most mixed emotions I've ever had in my life. And that was like one of the last times I saw her. The only other time I saw her before that was like grad. She snuck off and went and smoked weed in the forest and got expelled. And then you just hear rumors. Like, I heard she changed her name to something goofy in French because she's from Montreal. And then all of a sudden I heard she died. And that was it from Rachel. That was it. But Danny G's still fucking kicking. That guy's still a legend. He's a golf pro now in London. And I actually messaged him today to be like, hey dude, I kind of wrote a story about you and I'm going to tell it on stage tonight. And he's like, what are the babies? And I told him everything. And he goes, all right, yeah, I don't have the abs anymore, but I still got a huge fucking dong. So cheers to the Molson Muscle and Danny G and the place to be and his huge dog. Thank you so much, guys. Appreciate it.